Oh, what is up, guys? Raymond here, also known as Ray Vision, and check it out. Today, well, we're going to be taking an Audi R8, the V10 version, of course, and we're going to be taking it out on Prague, and we're going to be doing a little bit of a cheeky drift. It's going to be awesome, and hopefully we're not going to crash, because that is a common occurrence for me. Let's hope for the best. Prague! Hey! We are going! Yes, success. So, well, what has been going on? My favorite thing to say to that question is not much. I tell you guys this every day, and I will continue to do so. Why? Because I'm awesome. Actually, guys, yesterday was awesome. You wanna know why? Because it was incredible. No, that is a pretty goddamn lame reason. So, the Audi R8 V10. So, Jeremy Clarkson did do a little bit of a cheeky review on this, and he put it up against the Corvette in Top Gear. And his take on it was that the car, yes. Oh, I need to get my drift HUD on. Come on, keep drifting. And okay, now we're gonna go like this. And then we're gonna go like that. Drift HUD, and thank you very much. There we go. And now we can see, hey, 4,000 points on the first turn. Not bad. Now, the Audi R8 is a boring car, according to Jeremy Clarkson. Although, if someone gave me one of these in real life, I'm sure I would not be complaining of how bored I am while driving it. Interesting things about this car is its sat-nav can take you to visit a historical monument. No, but seriously, the car itself, a very nice car. It looks really nice from the outside. I love the look of the R8. I don't know why. It just, especially with the white paint job. I have nice white paint job. It is a four-wheel drive car. It's like 2/3 of the power goes to the back, 1/3 to the front. But that is still four-wheel drive, so you know. So that's why you might notice how I'm drifting. I'm drifting much more e-brake. That's how four-wheel drive cars drift, and also crazy angle drift. Okay, too much entry. I don't know how to do reverse entries, so. And that's the thing with four-wheel drive cars. You can't just throttle through your drift. You have to have speed built up into going into your turns, so like that you can hold your drift going through it. If you don't have speed built up, then you can't hold your drift, and that then becomes a problem. Hey, look at that beautiful cheeky little 5,000 points. So this car is, when it comes to drifting, not the best car. When it comes to racing around the Nürburgring, or just racing period, this is a much more track car than a drift car because of its four-wheel drive capabilities. Not just that, just the people out Audi, just German people in general, are just really incredible in how they design these cars, and it has so much grip. This car is ridiculous. Like, it just doesn't want to go. If you take a Ferrari 458 and you try and race it around a track, it will go sideways. You take an Audi R8 V10 or just an Audi R8 around a track, you try and race it, it will race it at a ridiculous speed, and it will do so in a crazy fashion. If you were to take the Audi drifting, then you're going to be ripping the e-brake the whole time you take the 458 drifting. You just put your foot down and you are drifting without a problem. So that is my comparison between those two. If I had to choose between an Audi R8 and a Corvette ZR1, because they did that in Top Gear, they did put both those cars against each other. Okay, I have an issue here, alright? I really like the Corvette ZR1 in the game, the C6 ZR1, but also, if you look at value, the Audi costs a lot more than the Corvette, and so I don't know how big of an issue that would be, but what I'm trying to figure out is, if I get the Corvette ZR1, yeah, of course, I'm talking about real life, of course, yeah, it'll be awesome and all that, but am I going to be drifting it in real life? Like, am I going to find somewhere where I can go and drift a Corvette? Because if I get a Corvette in real life, that's what I want to do. And that's the reason why I want to get a Corvette, so I can do some power slide, some cheeky drifting everywhere. If you take an Audi R8, it's an amazing car. Like, it's way, just an overall, like, compared to the Corvette. Unless you put it in a drifting contest, and you see the Corvette go around the corners. It is crazy. And, you know, Jeremy Clarkson said you had to be crazy to buy a Corvette, and that is why you should. And the Audi, it's boring and the yada yada. And that is why I am a madman. I go crazy. Speed is key. And I would get a Corvette. But the Audi is still awesome. Speed! Look at this. Going into 4th gear. E-brake. Shift down. Oh. I think we messed up just a bit. Yeah, we messed up massively. Oh my gosh. There you go. Oh, that is just absolutely incredible. Oh, snap, crackle pop. I cannot wait for this week's episode of Ruby. Last week was a World of Remnant history lesson. Now, even though it was very informative, I was disappointed at the fact that it was very, but very short, that episode. If you guys don't know what Ruby is, go check out roosterteeth.com. It is an incredible show. It's kind of an anime. I don't want to get into the flame wars whether or not it's an anime. Some people say yes, some people say no. All I'm gonna say is the show is freaking awesome and I love it. And so I don't know, and last week episode World Remnant was like 2 minutes, not even, and I was like, sad face, I want to see more Ruby. And so cannot wait for this week's episode, or else we are on the 3rd and final lap of this Audi R8 drifting, and here we go. Oh. Here's the thing, when drifting 4-wheel drive, I spend half my time having to grab the e-brake halfway through turns. And the reason for that is it is hard to keep a drift going. If you do not have a ridiculous amount of power like that Corvette ZR1 4-wheel drive I used to drive, you will not be able to hold your drift. Like the R8, the Audi R8 V10, yes, is a very powerful car, but to be able to drift a 4-wheel drive crazy, you first of all need to be crazy light and have an absurd amount of power. Example, Gymkhana can block drifting a 4-wheel drive Ford Fiesta, but that 4-wheel drive Ford Fiesta has 650 horsepower in it, which is more than this Audi has. And not only that, the Ford Fiesta weighs a lot less than the Audi, so that kind of plays a pretty big role into that. Especially since it has weight reduction and all that, because it's not just a stock Ford Fiesta, you know, they strip out everything, yada yada yada. You guys know the spiel. Was watching Formula Drift 2 weekends ago, that was fun. And here's my thing, I like to watch both GRC and WRC depending on which one's on. If you guys don't know the difference, you have WRC's the World Rally Championship and GRC's Global Rallycross. And they are both sort of off-roadish racing, except one's time trial and the other one's race with other people. And they are both really fun to watch, and so is Formula Drift. Actually, Formula Drift is really fun to watch. Only problem, here's the one thing. I wish Formula Drift could have a little bit longer courses. Now, I understand why they don't, but it would be so cool to have, like, because there are all these videos online of people like in Formula Drift cars, like Tanner Fowles did it, of like drifting up a whole entire hill. It'd be so cool if there would be like a World Rally Championship version of Formula Drift, where it's basically you have to drift up this crazy twisty hill or this crazy twisty track, and whoever does it in it's a combination of time and angle and yada yada and these points that you have to get close to, because when you watch those videos, people drifting up the hills, those are really cool, so it would be really cool to see just people, I don't know, it's my opinion, I'm coming up with random stuff. 118,000 for an Audi R8, not bad for a 4-wheel drive car. So as usual guys, I want to thank you all for watching, leave your comments below, hope you all enjoyed, and actually leave your car suggestions in the comments below, and I will see you all next time.